Hello everyone. In this video we will talk about the speaking section or skill in IELTS. I explained in previous videos that the speaking section of the IELTS test will be taken in a different day when you're going for the IELTS test. It might be prior to your written test or it might be after your written test. IELTS speaking is a face-to-face interview with a native speaker or native examiner. They will ask you some questions and you have to answer those questions. Now, the speaking section of the IELTS test will be for 11 to 14 minutes. There will be 3 parts in your IELTS speaking. First of all, when you go for the IELTS test, you will have the salutation part or the greetings. Then you will have to introduce yourself. For example, you have to say your name, where you're from, and you have to present your ID, the ID which you use to register for the test. Then after that, the examiner will tell you that the test will start. And then they will start with the first part of the test and ask you some questions. The first part of the test will be 4 to 6 questions, and they will be based on familiar topics and personal questions. They will ask you, for example, about your hometown, about your favorite color, about your favorite sport, something that is personal to you and a familiar topic. And the answers that you provide should be not more than 20 to 30 seconds, and you have to give your opinion and then give a reason for why you have that opinion or that preference. Now, the second part of your IELTS speaking will be a little bit different. In this part, you will be given a topic. For this topic, you will have 1 minute to prepare, and you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. So the examiner will give you a cue card. They will tell you, okay, you have 1 minute to prepare for this. You can write down some notes if you're taking the test in a test center. If you're taking the test, the online version of the test, then you are supposed to type your notes on the screen of a computer. And then after the 1 minute is done, you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak about that topic. Now, you have to remember that you will have a general topic and then you will have some questions about that topic, and you have to answer all these questions related to the topic in that 1 to 2 minutes. This section of the test is called the long term because you're supposed to speak for a longer duration of time without any interruption. Part 3 of the test will be relevant to part 2. For example, if part 2 is asking you about neighbors, part 3 will be also about neighbors or some relevant topic to neighbors. But these questions will be a little bit more general and they will be based on abstract ideas. So they will be a little bit thought-provoking and deeper questions. In this part of the test, they want to evaluate your lexical resource and your ability to generate on the ideas on the spot. Just like the writing section of the test, for speaking you also have a criteria based on which the examiner will evaluate your speaking and they will give you a score from 1 to 9. The first criteria in IELTS speaking is fluency and coherence. So they will basically evaluate the flow of your speech and how connected your speech is. That is what you basically mean by fluency and coherence. By the way, we have 4 criteria, and fluency and coherence is the first criteria for your IELTS speaking. The second criteria is called lexical resource, and basically this one is about your vocabulary. They will not just evaluate the range of your vocabulary, they will also look for the precision with which you use words. Grammatical range and accuracy is the third criteria for your speaking. So you have to have a good understanding of grammar and you have to be able to use it in your conversations. And the last section of the test is about pronunciation. Now you have to understand that pronunciation is very different than accent. A lot of people misunderstand these two concepts, but accent or dialect is related to certain part or certain regions of the world. But pronunciation is the right way that you pronounce or you make sounds that are related to English language. And there are a few concepts that are important in pronunciations, which we will go and delve deeper into in the later parts. This was your introduction to IELTS and specifically IELTS speaking. See you in the next video.